Moses asked, "Who am I before God?" But God didn't choose Moses for his strength. He promised his presence. Worth comes not from ability, but from who walks with you. People misunderstood Hannah's prayer, but God knew her heart. Even when no one sees you, heaven hears the honest soul. Gideon said he was the least, but God called him a mighty warrior. We may feel small, but God sees who we're becoming. Jeremiah said, "I'm only a boy," but God replied, "You'll go where I send you." God sees calling, not age. Peter said, "I'm a sinner," and stepped back. But Jesus held him close and called him to fish for people. Grace runs deeper than shame. Matthew was a tax collector, despised by many, but Jesus looked him in the eye and called him by name. Zacchaeus was small, but Jesus looked up at him in the tree. God always sees the one who feels unseen. She wept at Jesus' feet, while others watched in judgment. But Jesus saw love and honored it. David cried, "I'm a worm, not a man." But God raised him as king. God lifts the ones who fall the lowest. Elijah wanted to die, but God didn't scold. He gave rest and bread. Healing began with silence. Paul called himself the least, but that humility became the foundation of his greatest ministry. Jesus was born in a manger, not a palace. Love began in the lowest place and changed everything. Hagar was cast out, but God found her in the desert. He called himself the God who sees you. Joseph was thrown into a pit, but he was still in God's plan. Even in rejection, purpose remained. The thief turned to Jesus at the end, and Jesus said, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." Restoration is always possible.